Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, playing some PPP again on the awesome August Tight is Right schedule. We're just three tabling today because four tables can be a bit manic when you're it can be a bit manic for me when I'm not making a video, but especially manic when I am making a video. I'd rather slow it down a little bit. Apologies if the audio's a bit shit. My wife broke my headset yesterday and just cleaning up, accidentally of course, but I'm using this thing, which I thought was a decent microphone, but turns out it maybe isn't. But it's all we've got for today, so if the audio is shit, then I might treat myself to a Blue Yeti. I'm not sure yet. It's £100 a lot of money for a microphone for someone who does 90 minutes of fucking YouTube a week. So hopefully this audio will be fine with this thing. If it isn't, then I'll have to spend some money. And I'll just have to live with it, won't I? 29.14, limping the button. Not really sure what's going on here, but we'll bump it up a little bit. We're going to flop ourselves a top pair. This guy's pretty passive, so we can safely just like keep betting, and if he raises, fold. Just going to go bet, and 4-2 when he raises. How annoying is that? I mean, we're folding because that's what we said we were going to do, but it's fucking irritating that just happens. And he had the 5. Yeah, well done, sir. Good for you. Glad he showed, because that would have bugged the fuck out of me right from the off if he hadn't shown there. Yeah. Okie dokie. This table has already gone a bit salty. Looks like a pretty aggressive table, actually. We've got a 29-18 or 26-18, 30-21, 25-20, and this aggressive fish here. So we should be able to, I used a cricket analogy the other week about like preferring to play more aggressive players and just like let them come to me. And this is certainly the table I've got here. I'd rather they they're going to be aggressive, a little bit looser too. So they're easy to play against, but we'll take what we've got. Here, this table, we have 2 blue tags and a pink tag, which is lovely. And over here we have a pink who had more money than that not very long time ago, and a blue. And then we have this orange who just sat. So again, this table wouldn't be the greatest, but I'm not planning on changing tables during a 30-minute video, so we'll just play what we've got. Oh, come on. 75 VP limping under the gun and not giving us action when we have kings. Oh, it's 39.21 for a moment. I was about to tag him as a blue tag, but he can get the red. We'll not be folding this King Jack to a squeeze here. We won't put to that decision. Triple 3-bet versus the whale on table 2. Will not be folding if he puts more pressure on. Queen, Jack, 3. When this guy opens wide, he defends wide. I think we're just going to kick this off with a C-bet because I don't really want to start check calling versus this particular player. I'll just bet there. Relatively strong range, decent board for our range. Then start checking and guessing against him. Didn't realise this pot was multi-way when I C-bet. I still probably would have bet anyway with all our backdoor equity. Not going to barrel that turn. C-betting was theoretically a bad board for us, but it's good for our actual hand. On table 3. I think I'm going to bet the turn. Called, and then a river that kind of fits in nicely with a calling range so far. There's lots of 10x you can have. That you can prove into some 2 pairs, you can prove into some straights, etc. So we're just shutting down. We're disappointed if he shows us something exactly like that, but that's life. Raised here by a whale. There's no reason not to do anything but that and get the money in against his ace-x. And he's drawing nearly dead. Dead. Not C-betting the 955 multi-way. Especially since we just got caught bluffing. We busted the whale here. Still have this dude. And even though this guy... No. Sorry. You're a fish. You might be aggressive and a bit hard work, but you're a fish. You're a regular. You're just... yeah. The ace and the king. Let's go. I'm actually not that excited about ace king. I think it's a far better tournament hand than it is a cash game hand. Although we do have the easiest cold 4-bet in the world here. Hang on. Let's make sure we get this sizing right. 6 isn't going to be right, is it? 6 isn't going to be right. Get off and get back on again. Do we want to set mine here? I don't think so. I don't think we wanted to set mine there. Didn't feel it. Not a huge fan of like set mining versus Forex is out of position, especially against people who only see about 42%. These guys are interesting. We'll look at the stats: 28, 20, 9% three. But on the face of it, you look like, oh, this guy could be a good regular. But then I'll notice things like this. His steal percentage is only like not that much higher than his overall VPIP. And with these guys, I tend to, because I've seen it when I used to like really analyze people's stats when I was using Hold'em Manager in mainstream sites. And you see a lot of these guys, and they'll be opening like 20% under the gun, slightly more middle position, and like they're just kind of playing a lot of the same hands in the same positions. They're not as aware of the importance of position as perhaps they should be. They just want to play loose and aggressive and to hell with position. So I think these guys, you want to be like looking to get after the early position opens because they're just not as wide, they're just not as strong as lots of other players are in the same, like in the same games. If you're like another one here, 37, 22, 40, 41 button raise. This guy's not thinking about position. This guy's not really thinking about position very much. Let me see if we can find someone who looks a bit more well glued. This guy, not more loose aggressive, but he's getting his steal up a bit more. He's probably still opening too many hands early position. I think he'd be playing 30 VPIP if your button percentage isn't over 50. I guess if you're playing too many hands from early position, but not, probably not quite as unaware of how important positions is this guy. Yeah, I just think it's something to look out for when you're playing in games and you are playing against loose aggressive opponents. Try and target the ones who are opening too many hands in early position and look to put pressure on them from like the cutoff and the button and things like that. Because they just can't handle it. You just 3-bet them quite aggressively. Long term, they just can't handle it. Yeah, sure, they're going to 4-bet you sometimes and put you in some tough spots at back. But overall, they're just going to have too many weak hands in their early and middle position ranges to do that much about your, to counter your strategy without spewing. If they want to start spewing and 4-betting a lot, then that's great. We just tighten up against them a little bit and stack off a little bit wider pre. These aren't really the games that I want to play when I'm in these clubs. I come in these clubs to find like bad loose players, not battle with like bad aggressive regulars. But it's part of the game, and it's something we need to be doing at certain points. All right, let's go, Woody. Let's hope you've only got a pair in that set. Oh, you haven't even got a set? No, I'll just run it once, I think. Didn't work out too well for us, but never mind. Cowboys. We're not wanting for playable hands this video, are we? At least as we're getting value on our 30 minutes. That is disappointing. A limp fold. The guy's happy to gamble, isn't he? He is happy to gamble. Not looking good. I'm a flop guy with this sort of thing. I'm not a turn or river guy. That's another one down the tubes. Really worried this guy's got a set of sevens or a set of tens. But clearly can't fold. Hope he didn't pick up a flush draw on the turn with like king, queen of diamonds, something like that. I don't think I want to bet here. It could easily be like just pot controlling with like two pairs or something. Queen 8 off, queen 8 suited. So that is a weird line. Okay. Chips are flying on table 2. All ins everywhere. Whatever, dude. Get him top deck. King 10 suited here. Why not? 8 puts him to bed early. That night smoking pot. See you later. Oh, he comes in with reload of the case money by the look of things. All in again? No, just the limp. Chips are flying. The open ender versus the nuts. I'm not going to defend the ace 10 off versus someone who only 4 bets 4% and plays 37-7. Not the guy we want to be defending ace 10 off against. Oh, both of Wales have quit at the same time. That is disappointing. Again with a very small 3-bet pre. Too small. Interesting to see what it shows up with. We're not going to get to find out. I think I'm going to want to defend the Jack Queen suited against someone this aggressive. 30-22, 10% 3-bet. We want to be flatting the 5-4 on the button. Completely missing. And I think we want to be going for a check raise on this flop. Just getting it in if needs be. Not what we love in the situation, but he can have a lot of just high cards in his range. It just has to fold to a check raise, and if he doesn't fold, then kind of tough tits for us. We just have to go with it because we'll be pricing ourselves in. Let me take it down. .23 minutes and we've had plenty of action. I'm not pleased with the outcomes of the action, but we've had action at least, which is better than having no action in the video. To the guy who was going crazy over here not so long back. We're not going to be looking to make him make any big folds. Just happy to take our showdown value here with our potential flush as well. Don't think we're going to be folding if he bets the river. He's 6. Behave yourself. This guy probably has something like jacks or queens or something like that. It's 3-bet pre and then check back twice on the ace side board. Goes with the snap big bet on the river. Kings, yeah. Good value bets there. Been squeezed by a 44-8, which is not pleasant. I mean, we have to go with it now. We've flopped a hand as strong as this. Overpair and a flush draw. Expect to get my ass handed to me a lot. He just goes all in. He just has a bigger overpair, doesn't he? Might go with the check raise here on the turn with the 4-5. He doesn't have a bigger overpair. I'm not going for check raise versus that sizing though. Oh, fuck off. Just fuck off. Not ran good at table 2. Table 2's been a fucking disaster. What, down 100? Oh, are we? Table 2 has been a disaster. Three bet again. 35-13, 3-bet me. No thanks. No thanks. When you have that big a gap in your VPIP and PFR, I don't care that your 3-bet stat is 9%. Very small sample. You're just going to be strong there. And we need to keep our shape, don't we? We need to retain our discipline. Can't just go punting off because you dug a bit of a hole for yourself. Well, there we are, the 30-minute mark. It flew in. So we lost $100 here. I think we're down a bit here too. Down 1, 2, 3. Up 15 there, and I think I'd won a little bit at a table, but it's still been a bad morning session. I've been playing for about an hour. I'm going to be down at least 80, possibly more. Don't think I could have done anything differently though, so I'm not going to take cross about it. It's irritating, of course, but you know, you can't win them all. Let's play this ace jack suited or anything else that pops up before we can close the video out, and then I think I'm off for a shit. No, that wasn't interesting, was it? What about the 7-5? Is that going to be any more interesting? No, it's not. We have another ace jack, so we'll keep going till we have nothing. And there we go. It looks like we've run out of cards. I was about to go for a ship, but the table's looking quite good, so we won't bother going for that just now. And that's it. That is it. We are wrapping it up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Pray for me that we don't get any more feltings after the recording stops. Take care, everybody, and we'll be back with another video at the start of next week. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye for now.